Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. In this age when we're thinking so much about inoculation, I was interested to read recently of someone who is immune to scorpion venom. This is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the future ruler of Dubai, who's been in the news for reasons which are not very favourable to him. But in the articles about him, I noticed that he had this immunity to scorpions. And it's apparently because when he was a young lad of 8, he kept on waking up in the middle of the night 4 or 5 times a night with a scorpion bite. But no one else seemed to be suffering in this way. And he discovered in due course that one of the tribal elders was deliberately putting these scorpions into the little boy's bed every night, partly as a lesson to him in desert self-care, to make sure you check your bed every night before you get into it, but also to give him this freedom from scorpion venom. It led me to think a little bit about what my childhood produced in the way of inoculation. And I think there are many of us who perhaps grew up in households where there was some overweening obsession. It could be work, it could be a hobby like golf or something. It could even be church life, where the parents are almost so much involved in it that the child loses out. And in such a situation, it's very often the case that the young person growing up is inoculated against ever having anything to do with that particular activity ever again. They're thoroughly put off it. And in a different way, I think there are some households where children grow up being underexposed to certain things. If a particular family isn't interested in some aspect of culture or some activity like country walks, or I think in my case, there was not a great culture of playfulness in the family in which I grew up. I think we could perhaps all think of something that we weren't introduced to as young people. And so today I thought I would think a little bit about my childhood. Aristotle, as you know, said, "Give me a child until he's 7 and I will give you the man." Those early years are so important. And I think when Jesus says, "Become like little children if you want to enter the kingdom of God," he is suggesting, I think among many other things, that we might occasionally try and put on one side those things which we developed as growing later as children, as we grew up and as adults, and to get back to the more innocent childhood before that, and think about whether there was anything to which you were overexposed and have therefore rejected, or anything to which I was underexposed and have therefore never tried. And I don't think it's ever too late to take stock of those early years and see what influence they had on us, to make sure there's nothing that we're inoculated against that we would really quite enjoy.